show you how to complete your animal research report on Google Slides. So you've already completed your graphic organizer that looks like this, and you've typed in all the information. So now we're going to take this information and put it into Google Slides. Please note that the things that Mrs. Vullo and I have typed in already, leave there. Just fill in the answer next to it. So here it says animal. What's the name of the animal? My animal is going to be a horse. What group does it belong in? My animal is a mammal. It belongs in the mammal group. And my name that's important to have on here is Mrs. Hare. Now, when I want to go to the next page, I can either scroll down or I can just click on the next slide down, and you can see it's highlighted in orange what slide that you're using. So if you want to go to the next one, just go down to the next slide. I'm sorry, my dogs love to bark. The second page is the characteristics page, and it wants to know on this page, it wants you to put the answers to these questions. They're not really questions, but the answers to these topics. So, what is the body covering of a horse? Fur covers a horse's body. Okay, please note that answer is in a complete sentence. Okay, fur covers a horse's body. How it breathes. Horses breathe through lungs. Again, a sentence. Capital letters, periods. Please make sure you're using complete sentences. You're going to continue to answer these last two things. Again, you already have the information filled out on your animal research graphic organizer, so it should just be carrying that information over. How my animal moves. Horses use legs to move. They can run, trot, walk, and graze. Okay, so I listed two things, I had two sentences of ways that my horse moves. Now I'm going to go to the next slide. Diet. What my animal eats. What do horses eat? I would type in at least two complete sentences here. My horse likes to eat grass. My horse also likes to eat oats. Notice complete sentences. I cannot say that enough. Then the next slide is habitat, where my animal lives. You cannot just say my animal lives in a field. My animal lives in an open field where it has room to roam around and there's grass for them to eat. Tell me about where the animal lives, not just a place. Tell me what it looks like there where the animal lives. The next is adaptations. What has your animal done, or what does your animal need to do to protect itself and to survive? What does a horse have to be able to do to protect itself from the vultures or the hawks around? What does a horse need to be able to do to survive in its habitat? Think about horses who live in Cleveland. What do they have to do to survive the winter? What do they have to do to survive the summer? How does that work? The next slide is the life cycle. Again, you're using complete sentences on each of these. A horse starts as an embryo, then it's born and it's a pony. It has a live birth and then it's a pony. Then it becomes a young adult, then it becomes an adult, and then it dies. And it starts all over again. So tell me about the life cycle of your particular animal, and wait for it, use complete sentences. Our last slide is other interesting facts about your animal. You should be listing great fun facts that you learned about your particular animal while you're researching. Again, using complete sentences. After you've typed in everything, you've typed it all, you've read over it, you've checked it, you said this is ready to go, I have complete sentences on every page, you can add the pictures. And to add pictures, let me just show you how to do that really quick. You're going to go to Insert, Image, Search the Web. So now I just go over here. I have the whole internet to search horses. And I'm going to click on that. And it gives me, look at all these pictures of horses. So I like this picture of a horse. So I'm going to drag it in. But here's the problem. It's like covering up my words. Here's how you fix that. Go down to the corner and you can make it smaller by doing that. And now it should, I need to make it just a teensy bit smaller. Still a little bit too big. So I'm going to squeeze it down just a little bit more. Now it fits right there, right? So I've added the picture of my horse to my report. If I want, could I put 2 pictures on this page? Absolutely, I could. I could take this picture. And it's creating the image. There it is. But again, I need to go to the corner and make it smaller. Otherwise, it will not fit and it will just look terrible. And it will cover up my words. And I don't want to cover up my words at this point. So now, when I go to the page about characteristics, I'm going to find one of these characteristics to put a picture of the horse there. When I go to how my animal moves, I might type in moving horses. Oops, if I could type correctly. Moving horses. So now I have a picture of horses moving. Well, of course, that's the picture that I'm going to add here because that is, it talks about what my words are talking about. It shows a picture of what my words were talking about. So I just shrink it down and there I've added my picture. All right, please feel free to ask questions with Mrs. Vullo and I. We are always happy to answer and help in whatever way we can. Good luck and have fun.